Hi everybody, Mark here. We already started it.
This isn't live, is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Not
Yeah.
live, but like we
It's
don't
on
edit
Facebook.
nothing. Like it's cut and done with no editing in between.
Oh boy.
Doc 360, Season 1, Episode 3.
Three.
Episode 3.
Break.
So I hope you're having fun. I know this is only the third episode. But like I said, talk about anything and everything. And some of our videos, some people will like, and some people will hate them. Hey, whatever. Can't please everybody, right, guys?
That's right.
Sure.
But we can try. We can try. So we have a console sitting in front of us today. And this is a Havis console by Havis, obviously. Havis is made out of Pennsylvania. And we 99.9% of the times put Havis consoles in every one of our builds. So we are a little bit, what do you call that word? To Havis?
Loyal.
Loyal?
Loyal? Biased?
That was a good word.
Yeah.
It is.
That's what I was looking for.
I studied the thesaurus last night.
You are a
Okay.
human thesaurus.
Yes.
So we are very loyal to Havis. But we're not loyal to Havis because of profit margins
Right.
or margins or anything like that, because really that's kind of the same across the board. So one thing that you learn about rapid response and things throughout the company is we believe in what we sell, and it's not just because this is what we sell, it's because we choose to sell it for a reason and we give a lot of reasoning behind it. So here we have this console. This looks like it was an Interceptor console.
Sedan.
Looks like this. Is it a sedan console?
Yeah.
Sedan or an
It's a little-
Interceptor?
It's a little
Yeah.
low profile, so I believe
So
sedan. Yeah.
I'm going to go over just quickly how this console is made and why we like Havis consoles, and then we'll let Jeff and Nate talk about accessories and all that type of stuff. So as you can see, this console here on the side of this, it might be a little hard to see it during your video, but this is an aluminum extrusion here on the side that they're using. And what's nice with this is it comes preloaded with some nuts in there, and I can move them back and forth, as you can see. And what that allows us to do is it allows us to mount equipment to the side of this. So like your mic clip brackets, armrests like you see here, different style computer mounts you can mount to this track. And you can also always add more nuts in the side if you want to. But that's what's cool with this is you have this unlimited amount of mounting space. So you don't have to just go and haphazardly drill multiple holes all over the side of your console. The other thing that we really like about this is there it is, pizza by Jeff. On the top side here, now we have multiple style filler plates in this, but in this aluminum extrusion, this is an constant area to put a screw down.
It's like a U channel.
Yeah, it's like a U channel.
Yep.
Be a good example. And then we have little screws that go in there. So unlike other consoles, some that are held in with Velcro, some that are held in with just screw openings, it kind of concerns us because if we run into a certain spot, we have to send it to put a screw down through, and we don't really like doing that because more than likely in the life of your car, your filler plates are going to move, your radio is going to change, so this gives you by far ultimate availability and ultimate areas to put things with always having a place to mount down through.
Right.
Now, some of the times that we see what people do is they'll actually use like one of those drills with the hammer drills. Like they're going to try to through like a concrete block wall. It's like this isn't a concrete block wall, fellas. This is a console.
Yeah.
So a screwdriver works just fine, or one of those little electric power screwdrivers. I'm going to throw your phone in the quarry.
I'll take that.
So we're going to use just an electric screwdriver or something of that aspect, where you don't over torque these down and don't over tighten them.
It's just a metal machine screw going into aluminum. So as it runs in there, you're setting the that machine screw in the aluminum, which is obviously soft, malleable, And
Spell that, malleable.
Malleable. Malleable. I don't
Is
know.
that even right?
I don't know.
It is. Look it up.
We should
Is
check
that
it.
right? Malleable? I can't even say
It's
it.
right. It's right. I know.
Okay. This console comes with this filler plate here. So one thing that we look at when we order consoles is in the backside when Jeff and Nate are quoting these is what does a console come with? So guys, why don't you explain to the viewers what comes in a console and what doesn't come in a console and what to watch on like vehicle specific consoles that might come in already.
Sure. Okay, go ahead, Nick.
Oh, all right. All right, I'll go first. So Havis offers a wide variety of consoles available for specific vehicles, and they also offer universal console applications. So a universal console would be something like a box console, and you see us use those in trucks, things like that. We try to use vehicle specific when we can. However, if we're working with a budget, sometimes the running with a tunnel mount and a universal box console is a little bit more inexpensive. So vehicle specific consoles, they don't require a tunnel mount. They have brackets that mount up to the vehicle's mounting locations under the seats, so on and so forth. And they come in a wide variety of different configurations. You can get consoles that are angled. So this one has a little bit of a flat space with an angle up. You can get flat consoles, vehicle specific. You can get consoles that have printer integration. You can get consoles that have, they relocate OEM power points, USB points, parking brake with the new 2020 Interceptors. So if we're covering a portion of the OEM dash, I'll wait. If we're covering a portion of the OEM dash where
We're busy.
Where we're gonna obstruct or basically cover a parking brake, or like in the Tahoe, a USB port, an auxiliary port, power points, cigarette plug. The Havis console actually provides relocation points so that we're not adding additional 12-volt power points when we can simply reuse what is provided by the factory.
Pockets, cup
yeah,
holders.
Pockets. Those are accessories. You don't really see a console coming with an accessory pocket, unless it is the wide console.
Wide console.
The wide console for the Tahoe and the Expedition F-150.
F-150.
That is essentially what you have here, just with an extra maybe 3 inches on the side.
Runs
and
this way along the side, the
Yeah,
side pocket.
yeah.
It's more like
Yeah.
a map storage.
Exactly. Yeah, it's more of a map pocket or map book.
Area to throw like a 1-inch binder,
Yeah.
or if you're in the police world, like
Yeah.
a notebook or like your pinch pad or something to
Yeah.
fit nice in there. The filler plates, like you see here, come with it. So if you have an 18-inch opening in your console, you get 18 inches of filler plates, and that can be filler plates or that can be equipment plates.
Equipment brackets, yeah.
Equipment brackets. So
Yeah.
to hold your carbide siren control or your whatever it may be, any
Radio.
brand, any
Yeah.
radio.
speed tracking device.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It can be any bracket. Havis makes a ton of them for all the companies, really, for the most part.
In any aftermarket, pretty much.
Yep, and your cup holders and like pockets and things like that are add-ons. Now, one question that we do get different times is, okay, if the cup holders take 4 inches of space, can I add 4 inches of filler plates and still get the extra filler plates when I order my cup holder? No. Okay, Havis knows that we're doing
Yeah.
4 inches of cup holder, so inadvertently now you get 4 inches less filler plates.
Yeah.
We know that you don't need your filler plates, so no, you don't get the extra when you order it together, you order it as a package. So that's always a question that people ask. Well, can I get some extra filler plates? Well, you can,
Sure.
but you have to buy the extra
Right.
filler plates. You have to like you have to buy the cup holders.
Yeah.
So.
And while we're on the topic, when we're speccing a console or quoting a vehicle, we also take into consideration what accessories the client is going to use and how much space they're going to be occupying. So if we only have a siren controller and a radio, there's really no reason that we need to quote a 24-inch console. There's going to be a whole lot of dead space. So if there is a smaller console available, an 18-inch or 14-inch, so on, we might turn and go that route so that we're not we don't have a console
Yeah.
that's looking like this, 3/4 of the way. That's basically just filler plates.
You can find these consoles in these old Crown Vics
Yeah.
that are decades old, and as long as they were installed correctly, other than being marked up and scarred up from gun belts and things like that, spilled coffee. I mean, they're still rugged consoles, and they're still holding up in decades later in today's world. I mean, the consoles are just built; they're solid,
They're strong. There's no
So, yeah, that was me. I'll turn my phone off.
I turned my phone off as soon as I came in here. It's just a little bit of forethought, but
yeah, show off.
But anyway, yes, the consoles are rigid. They're structured well, so you don't get a whole lot of movement. You don't get a whole lot of rattling. Even when you mount like another accessory, this to TCB7. So that's more or less like a universal telescoping mount for the side of the console, where we can put a monitor, where we can put a keyboard. We can add that onto the side.
We use that pretty much.
We do. We do.
It is an inexpensive way to mount a computer, because you mount that on the side, you slide that post in the top. And Jeff, why don't you tell us a little bit about like computer mounts, right? So different computer mounts, dock mounts, universal mounts, yada yada yada. So
Yeah, so getting back to this a little bit, we do use this a lot for computer mounts. One of the advantages is it doesn't take up as much space as a floor-mounted computer mount. Some of the vehicles, like the new Interceptors, have dash mount brackets. There's literally maybe 10 different options-ish per vehicle. Telescoping seat mounts. This guy here, some top-mounted stuff, and dash-mounted brackets. Most of which are airbag compatible, which is always a big concern. That if an airbag pops, you're getting a computer.
problem that I always had with the seat mount. Sometimes you don't have an option. Like if it's a detective's vehicle that has a factory console and they want a computer in it or something like that, and you have to do a seat mount, that's what you have to do.
A Ford Escape.
Or something weird.
You don't have anywhere to mount something hard to. So
the issue with seat mounts is if you ever have when you have somebody ride in the passenger seat, a lot of your departments in the evenings or like your night shifts can run two in a car.
Yeah, a little cramped.
It's kind of miserable. It kind of is an inconvenience. So when we're building these vehicles out, there's so much thought process that goes into it. And we take 400 and some vehicles we built last year. We take those vehicles and we kind of determine, okay, what's good, what isn't good, et cetera. And to come up with that, Nate actually just got an email from a good customer of ours and some really good feedback. And we take constructive criticism all the time.
Yeah.
We like to hear comments. I know you guys complain all the time about our audio. We're working on it. It's very expensive. It's a very expensive thing to do. Keep in mind, we do our best with that, and sometimes we're running around like a bunch of monkeys, and we decide to do a video quick, and we don't have the mic with us, and we just do it on the phone, and oh my God, people lose their minds because they can't hear us right. Hey, it is what it is. We're keeping it alive, and you're still watching us, which is what's important. But hey Nate, just wanted to check in with you, giving you an update on our response vehicle. We're fast approaching the 1 year mark, which would be April 16th with this customer, and he wanted to report this is by far the best vehicle we've ever had. This is not a small department. This is a company that has 5,000 probably people working for them. Roughly.
At that facility.
Right.
We won't disclose the facility, but 5,000 some people that are working for them. My colleagues have nothing but praise for the setup and operation. The console has been perfect. Okay, I did not prep this at all. This is literally, I'm reading it right off the email. And the console has been perfect. The lighting package has been very beneficial for numerous types of responses that they've had there. So every customer and every lighting package that we do, our console specifically like this, is really geared to what the customer needs, and we kind of we scope you out as the customer actually when we're quoting it. We'll see what type of area you're in. One of our other episodes is gonna be about warning patterns and lights, because you know how I'm crazy about warning light patterns, but that's really where the business started from, and how anal we are, and where it got our emergency vehicle built today, including in Benjamin, including in rapid response shop, the whole way across, is how much care we put back in just a simple flash pattern. But we're going to go over flash patterns in another episode of why we pick certain flash patterns. So you're definitely going to watch for that episode. And that'll probably actually be the next one.
Yeah,
that I had on my radar.
there might be some pieces of equipment that you see us use a lot. Again, the reason why we use things over and over again, there is a reason behind it. And that reason is never price point. We use what we know works. What we put in the field, what we get feedback on, what we hear back from our shop techs. We rely on equipment that we know is functional. It's
And we've learned.
and reliable.
Listen, we've learned. I mean, we've been in business now for 10, 12 years, and we've learned, and we've been with companies that product has failed and has made rapid response have that impact on why you supporting that failed product. Listen, we don't know until we try it.
Right.
But what we have known is now being in the field, I would say probably the last 3 solid, steady years since we've been in the new facility, I would say, we have really learned what products to use, what products not to use. And so we have sometimes customer will call us and be like, I want you to use this, this, and this, and this. And we have also learned how to say no.
Yeah.
Before we've never said no.
Yeah.
We've always just done it. And we have learned a lot easier how to say no,
Right.
because sometimes it's better for us to walk away to
Yeah.
those things than what it is to actually take the project on. You know, somebody wants 3 different brand lights all over their cars and then complains when they don't synchronize or when they don't work or when one doesn't go out. That's what we get, you know,
Yeah.
so we stopped doing that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we competitively quote a lot, or we get a new customer and they provide us with a previous spec from another upfitter, and we notice a lot that there are upfitters out there who basically build the same vehicle over and over and over and over again. That is not by any means what we do, and that's been said many times in
Yeah.
videos and things like that. But even down to the console, you know, it's a 100% custom to the client proposal. So items for lighting, the light and siren controller, you know, down to how and where you want things mounted. We pay specific attention to that, and every vehicle essentially is different.
So cool. So that's our console talk for Doc 360. We also just implement a little bit of background on what's going on with the business, I guess. I just wrote a 9-page?
Yeah.
A 9-page policy and
With pictures.
with pictures. I wrote a 9-page policy on personal protective equipment. It is very important as we move forward with the amount of staff that we're getting, which is why I have my cool glasses. So you can't have safety glasses without lights built in.
You got a light out.
I dropped them and I broke the switch off of it, so I can turn them on, but I can use my pocket knife. So I've had these for probably like a year or 2. So
Nice.
yeah, but I don't have much safety glasses if the switch broke. But I guess that's just a switch. But
Yeah.
they're very comfortable though. They look pretty bad.
Yeah.
I can't say that word.
But,
I think we're allowed to say that 2 bad words per time on a PG episode now.
Oh, okay.
So I think we're okay.
You can just
But-
throw in a little car horn.
Little electronic air horn. So, but yeah, we just did a 9-page policy. We released that to the staff. That goes over everything. It goes over when you have to wear safety glasses in our facility. Not every shop tech has to wear safety glasses, but anytime, basically, in a nutshell, there's a drill in their hand, they have to wear safety glasses.
Yep.
Or somebody's around them physically, they have to have safety glasses. If they're under a vehicle where stuff can fall in their eyes, they have to have safety glasses on.
Okay.
A big one is if they're working on batteries.
Yep.
Inside joke. If they're working on batteries,
Yeah.
anything with batteries, they have to have safety goggles on. They have to have splash resistant OSHA approved safety goggles on if they're working at a battery or anywhere arc can occur at a battery.
Yeah.
I think we've been very fortunate for how many thousands of batteries we've touched over our history that one didn't actually blow up in somebody's face yet.
Yeah.
So we are making it a mandatory implementing it. I mean, guys are pretty good with safety,
Yeah.
but we all get complacent.
Yep.
I mean, we all do it, myself included.
Yep.
You know, it's like, oh, I got to drill this one hole real quick. It's a 1/4-inch hole. That's the one time, you know, on the 5th Sunday of the month at 3 o'clock that the burr comes off and goes in my eye. But hey, it can happen. So we don't want to make things too safe. As weird as that sounds, that somebody actually gets hurt because of it. You know, and there's times we don't wear gloves for certain reasons
Yeah.
and things like that.
No, I think there is definitely a line between over policy and insufficient policy, but
Yeah.
just trying
We
to
just
keep,
really
trying to
didn't
keep
have
people
one.
safe, you know.
We just didn't really have one,
Yeah.
especially customers. When you guys walk through our store, if you walk in our fab shop, you walk in either fab shops, you have to have safety glasses on. You know, we'll provide you the safety glasses and
Yep.
things like that. We're not going to make you cape up and work bonnets and all kinds of other stuff. But
I'm trying to implement hairnets though.
all right,
That's-
for our food division that we have.
No, for the shop.
Yeah. Flame retardant, I hope,
No, just
so somebody
hairnet.
doesn't catch your head on fire. But yeah, so that's a cool. Not a cool policy. That was a very needed policy that we
No,
that we
I
added to the
think
company.
that's gonna help add
So-
to our culture and, you know, just trying to keep
Yeah,
it.
it tells you when to wear gloves, what
Looking
gloves to
at-
wear.
Looking out for our people.
Mm-hmm. I agree 100%. Anything else? Anything else cooking on the back end? Butch was working on, came in today, and we're making a really cool project. You'll see it released next week in pictures. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it might have something to do with tables. So, and a water jet.
Did anyone see that video I sent last night?
I did. I caught that one.
Yeah, I did not push the play button because I was like, this is going to be another probably minute and a half of my life. I'm never going to get back from one of Jeff's videos.
It was probably about 20 seconds.
Was it?
Yeah.
Still 20 seconds of my life I probably would never got back.
You know better.
Yeah.
It's a surprising result.
Is it? Yeah. So, Jeff's in his stupid videos. He'll send us like the dumbest things ever, like blue Smurfs running across the screen for no apparent reason. So,
That was completely made up.
no, you've done that. You've done dumb stuff like that.
Not a Smurf.
That's the second time we can't say that stuff in this video. This is PG. That's it. No more. If you say any more, I'm putting you in the basement. So.
That one's gonna need a car horn for sure.
Yeah. We did. Butch was working on compressors today, doing preventive maintenance around the shop. So my uncle works for me, and he was over there, and
He's a
my dad had made.
multi-talented man.
Yeah, yeah. Him and my dad worked together. Did you
Yeah.
know that? You know, Butch and Dad worked together for like a long time at Butler.
Yeah.
So and then they both retired, and they both work here now. So our dad did work here, obviously.
Yeah.
So hence Doc. But yeah, and I guess the one compressor, they're time delayed. Dad made them time delayed, so like the one compressor turned on, and then time delayed later the other one came on. So I just went up and learned how he made all that work and got it in my head, and
Nice.
Butch and I talked it over, and we got it figured out. And the one flywheel is unbalanced, so it's vibrating like crazy. So we got to put a new flywheel in the one compressor. So we have two compressors in the other shop, and just pumps air up faster, so we don't have to sit there and listen to them. But so we worked on that. But yeah, so I hope you liked episode 3 of Doc 360. We went over consoles today. We went over some PPE, and we had a little bit of shop talk.
Mhm.
Next week or the week after or something like that, we're definitely going to do a video with light patterns, and on that we're going to do with light patterns we're going to do up close intersection reviews and also longer distance, and to show you why we set patterns as such in the field and how we can set patterns and what equipment we can use to set those patterns. So probably that would be episode 5. That will probably be next week. It's just going to be you guys. I am not here Wednesday when we shoot our videos,
No supervision.
so that's very bad. I'm probably going to create a policy for this just for that one day. So I will be out Wednesday, and when we shoot the video, you guys will determine on what you want it to be. And just for food for thought, we might need a new graphics manager. So, do you see the decals in the back window of my car?
Yes. Yes.
I did not.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into this.
Yeah, you might
he
want to look
asked
at the
me- he
decals
asked
in the
me-
back window of my police car.
He asked me how long it was going to be, how long it would take you to realize what he did.
How long did it take me?
And I said,
It
you
took
know,
me about 20 feet from pulling into my parking spot today is how long it took me to realize it.
and I said, you know, I'm going to get blamed for this.
It says, donut police to protect the donuts. So
Cappuccino
it
police.
says cappuccino police. I don't really like cappuccino though. So, and it says Bozo PD, you can't make this stuff up. So he put 3 stickers on the back of my police car. Hey, whatever. I might just let them there, because then everybody won't think it's an actual police car.
Yeah.
and then they'll laugh, and then
Well,
they'll speed by me, and then I'll pull them over.
little bit of humility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool to make fun. Have a
I'm
little
easy
fun.
to get along with. It's really okay. I think the dogs will think it's funny.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's not a dog one on there. So, but I mean, Jeff has stickers in the back of his car, fire
Yeah.
police. So,
I
but
wonder where they came from.
actually, I think one of the shop guys put them there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We'll have to review tape.
Yeah. Full tape.
Yeah. So, everyone, if you have any questions, doc360 at 911rapidresponse.com. Take a look. Give us your input. Give us some questions. If you'd like to know some questions that you might be thinking about. And if you ask a question, we pick it. You get free stuff. It's as easy as that. Pretty cool.
Sweet.
Out.
All right. See ya.